We're live. I don't think. Oh, wait, no, we're not. Here we go. So I'm here now. I had to race over here from school. Again, score is 1-0 in favor of LeSource. McKindo's going to take a shot towards the net, not going to hit. I am here. I'm broadcasting. I'm late again. I'm sorry. But I am here. Giving up top to McKindo at the blue line. McKindo's going to throw it back down for Colnut. Colnut's going to try and look up the middle, but nobody there to pick it up. Minute 34 left to go in the first period. Colnut gets it through the legs. Hunter finally here for her game today. So I guess tonight will be a game to celebrate our seniors. Rhodey with a good play on defense. I rushed here. I'm out of it. I'm tired. Here we go. Rochela picks up that puck for LeSource. Rhodey gets a piece on it. Body went down. Now LeSource's coming back the other way into the Vortex zone. Shot on net. Walton save. So the score is, again, 1-0. I don't know if anybody has the phone for the scoreboard, but it is 1-0. I'm just going to remove that off the screen, I think. So we'll take that off the screen as it's not working. It's up. Verbijar went down in a hurry, trying to get the puck up to Rhodey at the red line. Didn't go. Trying to turn that up, I think, is Gerard. Now taking into the Vortex zone, looking up the middle, looking for a shot. Takes it out wide. Power stick and weather. Shot on net. Another save by Walton. All right. So I have no clue what's happened since this point. All I know, there it goes, now on the board. It's 1-0 in favor of LeSource. And there we go. Puck drop for Della Valle is one. It's going to be taken by Della Valle eventually. Now she starts to skate it up the right side, coming down with Wilson. Out wide, still has it. Coming in close, looking up top. Shot on net, off the post. Rebound was there for Walton. I don't think she was sticking, though. Power going to throw it down low for whoever gets there first. Wrapped around the boards. Given up to Money, and Money's going to clear that puck. Skating back the other way, Verbijar's going to get there, beat it in time. And LeSource's called offside. Faceoff's going to come just outside the Vortex zone. On LeSource getting called offside. Hunter on taking the faceoff, and again, tonight, recognizing those two seniors we have on the girls' team with Lilia Hunter and Luce Nyhoff, as they were supposed to do it last game, but I don't know where Lilia was. She had some kind of appointment, but she's back, and that's going to be the end of the first period. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, senior night for these girls. Lilia, Hunter only got to play one season, I think, but still, I mean, she made an impact for sure. So yeah, at the end of the first period, it is 1-0 for LeSource. I don't know what the shots are. Mom, how's this game been, you think?
We're playing in our end. LeSource definitely got the offense with it.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know if you guys heard that, but LeSource has had the offensive advantage, against these girls since the start. Walton seems to be playing a good game. She's been stopping every puck since I got here, but... Huh? There you have it. Ryan's faced quite a bit, apparently, which has been the story last time these girls have played. 3 times, actually. The 2 times they've played them. So this is their 3rd time facing off against each other this season. Walton, in the first game, they came up with a 1-0 win. She had a 36-shave shutout. Second game, Mijatovic faced about 30-32 shots. And they came out with a loss that day. But here we go, 12 minutes, second period, 1-0. Hunter on to take that face-off. Here we go. Face-off is won by the Vortex. St. Denis tried to get it up the wall. No icing, waved off. Giving up the boards. Colnut can't get her stick on it. It bounces over. And LeSource's got an advantage coming the other way. Cross-ice pass over to Money. Minnie makes a nice move, and here she goes. Got a one-on-one with Ryan, and nice save. Oh, man, that was a horrible call from my end, but... Colnut almost got her stick on it. It's kept in by LeSource. taking it out back, giving up top to the blue line. Colnut tried to get that puck out. She did get it out, but couldn't keep her stick on it. Hunter was almost there to break up and take that puck. Trying to get it cross ice to Hunter. And high stick's going to be called against, I think it was Lesor. You can tell I'm just getting into the game here. It's
Do you have has anybody found it? Like,
Grandma has it. That's the only person though. You can send it to people, you know that, right? I got 9 people watching. Dumped into the zone by Lesor over in the corner. Verbijar on the puck first, gets it over to Power. Power grips it off the boards for Rhodey. Rhodey picks that puck up, back off the boards. Adam has it now. Adams is coming down with Barone. Looking for the net. Shot on net, blocker save. Rebound for Barone. Doesn't get her stick on it. Still down low. Lesor takes it up now. Looking to break out of the zone. That's Borelli with the puck. Barone throws a body into the boards and dumps it in by Verbijar. Whew. I'll get into it, guys. I'm waking up. I'm getting there. I had to race to school. I was pissed off at red lights. And I'm here. Verbijar fails to keep the puck in. The Vortex will have to clear. Did get her stick on it and threw it back in, but it just came over the red line, or the blue line. Vortex looking to get, Lesor looking to get it out of their zone. 2-4 picked up that puck, but it doesn't go anywhere. Della Valle back up the boards, trying to get it to Rhodey, stuck in between the feet of Gerard on Lesor. Rochelo starting to pick up that puck now. Here she goes up the right side, cutting it in close towards the middle. Thrown over top of the net, no call. Thrown over top of the net, so shot went nowhere. Rhodey tried to get that puck to Della Valle in the middle. Rochelo picks up the broken up pass, looking out in front, just squeezes through Walton's pads, but it doesn't go on net. Della Valle up the boards, here she goes. Della Valle coming down with Walton, cutting it in close. Breaks it up. Walton out in front of the net, nothing for him. Cross ice pass towards Rochelo. And Rochelo's just going to throw it into the zone. Saved by Walton. She's going to leave it for McKindo to pick up. McKindo going to get it to the other side of the wall. Walton getting in there. She loses it in her feet. Lesor takes it out, cutting it to the middle. Shot on net. Blocker save. Rebound given right back to her. Giving it up top to the blue line. Looking towards the net. Shot blocked by Della Valle. McKindo picks it up, and McKindo might look to skate. Here she goes. She's going to throw it into the zone. Wilson going to be the first Vortex into the zone to try and get that puck. And awkward angle, but nothing goes. Nyhoff looking for a shot on net, doesn't go. Lesor with it back in their own zone, throwing it up the boards and trying to get it towards the middle. McKindo's going to take that loose pass, throwing it up the wall for Colnut. Colnut over to Hunter. Hunter breaking it in close, taking a stop, shot towards the net, blocker saved by Tao. Hunter keeps that puck in down low. Colnut off to the races. She comes out with it just a little far out in front. Still with that puck. Colnut tied up along the wall with 2 Lesor defensemen. Trying to get that puck cleared. It will come out after an unfortunate bounce. And McKindo's going to get called for offside. I got to put Do Not Disturb on my phone. Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Come on. Here we go. Face off just outside Lesor's zone. It's won by Lesor. Lesor gets a pass up to the middle for trying to get it for Borelli. Verbijar gets it up the wall, trying to knock it up to Adams. Trying to get that pass up the middle towards Borelli. It's going to be picked up by Power. Power gets it up the wall, trying to get it to Barone. Barone loses it in the feet of a Lesor defender. Now Adams coming out with it. Skating it up the middle, over and towards the front. Trying to cut it up close. Still skating around with it. Gives it up to Verbijar at the blue line. Verbijar back down low for Adams. Adams looking towards the net. Tipped by Barone. Just off the glove of Tao. Rhodey loses her stick. Lesor lost the stick on Rhodey, and they were looking for something on her, but nothing goes. Barone trying to throw it back down low for Adams. Tied up along the boards with Dufour and another Lesor defenseman. And Lesor's going to start the process of skating that puck out of the zone. Ooh, kept in by the stick of Adams. That was a great play. Lesor's still trying to get it out. They got 2 waiting for it at the Vortex blue line, but it will go down for... What's going on here? Ooh. All right, Borelli's going to head to the box on a, I don't know yet. But the Vortex are going to get their first man advantage today.
No, we're both in the box.
What do you mean? Oh, what? Never mind. I guess I'm just blind. What's it for? I need to know for my broadcast. All right, never mind then. Face-off will go down into the Vortex zone, but both are in the box. Borelli's in the box for something, and Power's in the box for something. No clue what that something is, but only God knows. Or anybody else that was paying attention. Cross-ice pass to Wilson. Wilson's got a one-on-one against Ainsley, coming out into Lesore's zone. Shot on net, saved by Tao, and she'll jump on top of it, cover it. 7:03 left to go in the second period. Score for Lesore. Della Valle on, taking the face-off with Wilson and Walton as the wingers. Face-off tied up by Walton. St. Denis just misses a stick on it. And Lesore getting great pressure coming down the other way. Money sticking with her. Nice move made by McKindo. McKindo's going to fire it at the boards, gets it to Della Valle. Nice move, she's coming down on a 2-on-1 with Walton. Oh, tries to put the puck on net, but just puck's giving up to shot on net, doesn't hit. Rochelo picks up that puck at the wall between her feet. Pad save. That's who made the save. Hunter coming in to pressure that puck. Della Valle with it now. She'll throw it down low. Nyhoff's going to be able to keep a piece of it. Adams coming into the Nyhoff and Colna both. Since I've been here, it's been pretty back and forth, I'd say. Brody gets it, gives it up top for Power. And that tail of Alley with a tip, almost had since that penalty just a bit ago. Same one comes out with it. Skating it in is Power. Power gets poked away as she takes it into the zone. Power with a good defensive play, taken down in the process. She finds that puck again, still down low, giving some good pressure with whoever that is. That's Gerard down low. Trying to take it out wide is Gerard. Della Valle getting dangerous with the stick. Barone putting up a good gritty battle up in the corner. But the puck comes out. Wrapped around the boards, trying to get that puck out, and Lesore will. Coming down the other way, Power's going to start skating. She's got somebody coming up with her. Lesore still with possession of it. Shot on net, blocker saved by Walton. Giving up top to Rhodey. Rhodey gets it over to Della Valle. Della Valle is going to dump it in and look for a change. Ainsley with that puck down in Lesore's zone. Ooh, that was a scary one though, but nonetheless, taken out by Lesore. Hunter trying to get in there to take up Gerard. Gerard starting the process, taking it out. Knocks it up the boards for the blue line. Poked back out by, that was McKindo. Hunter right back into the play. Nothing go. Hunter's still with it down low. And Hunter's going to get called for, really? I don't even know what he called there. I've never seen somebody do that movement before. Oh, body checking. He did it like this. I'd have no clue what he was doing. He was like, I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, but that's not even a body check.
I guess.
Slow motion. That was like a slow motion.
Anyway, the Vortex are going to go on to the penalty kill with Hunter in the box. On a 2-minute useless penalty. And the Vortex got to kill a man advantage. Rochelo gives that puck up top to the blue line. Giving back down low for Money. Money taking it back up, throws it up to the blue line. Looking right side, gives it over to the other side. Top of the circle, shot on net, blocked. McKindo tried to wire it up the boards. Wilson gets it out loose. And Della Valle's got a break. Here she goes. Good back check coming from both Lesore sides. Della Valle's going to look for a shot on net. Puck's loose and it's thrown away. Della Valle was tripped up in the process. Nothing called. That was sad. But great play nonetheless from Wilson and Della Valle to get that puck loose. Rochelo taking it back down low. Skating with it. Gives it up top to the blue line. Looking back down low for Rochelo. Rochelo trying to throw it back down behind the net. Back up to Rochelo. Shot on net. Blocked. Rebound was there. Still puck is loose and St. Denis finds it. St. Denis is going to get it down the ice. And, wow, kept in by Lesore. That was a great keep-in. St. Denis off the back of the glass. Shot towards the net from Lesore. Save. Rebound was there, but it's smacked away by McKindo. Wilson has it now, and she'll get the clear. Wilson, I think, is going to look for a change. Nyhoff comes on the ice. Adams and Nyhoff on to kill the rest of this penalty. Taking their time with it back behind their net. Looking up to ice. Gets it to Borelli. And Verbijar's there to break it right up. Taking it back up now. Lesor takes it into the Vortex zone across the blue line. Back towards the hash marks. Cutting it in close. Shot on net. Saved by Walton. Rebound was there, and I think Walton's on top of it. What a save by Walton. That was a scary one. But 1:49 left to go in the second period. 21 seconds left to go on that Vortex penalty. Faceoff comes to the left side of Walton's net with Adams taking the faceoff. Puck comes down. Faceoff was tied up. Or it looked like it was won by Adams originally, and then the ref's skate got in the way. Ooh, a tip from her own player. Almost scary, dangerous. Shot from Ainsley doesn't hit the net. Back out in front for somebody. Adams finds it. She gets the clear. So that'll kill off the rest of this penalty. I think Hunter's going to go straight onto the ice. And she will. That puck's still in. But Lesor's going to have it anyway, taking it back into their zone. Hunter back onto the ice, skating with Borelli. Body goes down. Puck's still loose. Power has some room to skate. Now here comes Power. Power coming down that right side. Cuts it out towards the middle. Loses it in the process. Coming back for the puck. Tied up with Gerard, and Dufour finds the loose puck. Up the wall for Borelli. Borelli trying to get it back to Dufour. Verbijar came up too early, and now Hunter's by herself on a 2-on-1. Laying down is Dufour out in front of the net, and it's scooped up by Walton. Borelli getting pushed around a little bit. I don't blame him. And we're upset about something down low, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Upset about something. I don't know what they were arguing about, but either way, find that puck again. Up the boards. Della Valle can't find it. Hunter almost got a good stick on it. Thrown out towards the middle again. That puck won't come out. Good keep in by Lesor. St. Denis up the boards, getting it over towards Della Valle. Della Valle tried to get it to the middle for Adams. Adams and Della Valle on the ice at the same time. I haven't seen that at all this year. But those are your two starting centers. Rochelo starting to take it up the wall. Cuts it towards the middle. Another nice move by Rochelo. Coming in close over top of the net. Doesn't even hit it. With it now, back up top to the blue line. Throwing it back down towards the top of the circle. Back towards, and it comes out. Hunter sustaining some good pressure over top in their own zone. Della Valle had one hand on the stick, so didn't have enough time to pick it up. And that'll be the end of the second period. So they will get a flood for the second period intermission. Score remains 1-0 through 2 in favor of Lesor. That was a pretty back and forth period, I'd say, between the two teams. And if you're asking me, I think the Vortex are due for one. Walton and Tao having a bit chat. They were former teammates about 2 years ago. Alrighty, so we'll be back with your third period action in about 10 minutes or so. I'd say this game's really close. It's been close, as just like the other two games that we've had against this team this year, and this game can go in anybody's favor. Right now, Lesor holds on to that lead that they want. Question is, can the Vortex go into the room, come back out, and get back into this game? We'll see you guys in 10. I don't have access to my phone, as it's obviously recording, I'm going to, I've been watching the Zamboni going around and I'm bored of it already, so I'm thinking why not just come back and talk. So this is a semi-final game with LeSource and the Vortex. Winner goes on to the WECSSAA finals, which I don't know when it'll be played, but I'm assuming within the next week or so. And what better way to do it than have two teams that have gone off against each other twice this year, and both games ended in 1-0, one going for each team. I mean, I like that. I think it's a great competition between the two because they both know that they can win, they can lose. Both teams know that. The question is who can come out with that win today. That first win for the Vortex at the beginning of the season was a great win. I mean, I'd say it was pretty back and forth the entire time, but Walton played on top of her head, played outstanding. Then you have the second game where LeSource just wanted that win back, and man, they were all over the Vortex. Mijatovic played one hell of a game. Unfortunately, coming out with the 1-0 loss. We both know this can go both ways. Like this game is, it's a high priority game. I mean, you win, you go on. You lose, you go home. Season's on the line for both teams tonight. You just got to wonder who's going to do it. Who's going to want that goal more? Who's going to want that win more? I'm starting to sound a lot like my dad now that I talk more and more. But I think he's on to his last lap with the girls coming out soon. Walton has been playing pretty good so far, same with Tao on the other side, and they seem to be giving Tao the start on each go-around. Tao has really improved over the course of the 3 years that, you know, I've seen her play hockey. And it's good for her. Ryan Walton played with her about 2 years ago on the Windsor Wildcats. And then Walton's had about 3 different goalie partners the 3 years she's been there. It's, I don't know. Anyway. Vortex come out of the tunnel. Della Valle leading that line. And again, those girls have to go into that dressing room and come out knowing they need to get back into this game and they need to find something that'll get them going. Hey, go score, why don't you? Coach is making their way back to the bench, taking the easy way out, and Zamboni finishes up his laps around the ice. And third period action is coming right now. The girls will take the ice in just a second, hoping the refs aren't going to take their sweet time. 15 minutes, hard-working hockey for both sides. Determine who's going to come out to the semifinal or to these finals games for the WECSSAA title. One thing to point out is these girls have been playing one heck of a season, and probably their best season in recent years. Obviously, last year was their first team in about 6 years, and they ended the season with a 4-3 record, I think, or a 5, or I don't even know what it was. Might have been 4-4. But for having their team back for the first time in a while, pretty impressive. Then they come into this year, they add 2 new additions. They bring in another addition from a Southwest team, junior team. And they look like a brand new team. Started off the season 5-0. Didn't have a goal scored on them until that 6th game of the year. They came out with an unfortunate loss, but they came back and returned the favor back to Erie Migration in that quarterfinals game. And now here they are, semifinals game. 15 minutes. That's all we got left. So we'll take a look at who's going to start off this period. I think it's going to be Della Valle at center with Wilson and Walton. I mean, I love that line except for Walton, because Walton just doesn't know how to skate. No offense to Bryn. I talked to her last night in a little interview. I asked her, "Are you going to score tonight? Are you going to score? Yeah, you score tomorrow?" She said, Yes, I am. I'm going to score." So, I mean, hey, I guess she's due. She had a goal last year. Got to keep that season goal streak going. Here we go, folks. Starting on the blue line will be St. Denis and McKindo. And you got to think that, Coach Walton's going to look to want to shorten this bench just in case. I mean, he's been very good with the fair play all season. But in desperate times like this, you need to look for that better advantage. Walton giving some good pressure. Lesor won that faceoff off the bat, taking it into the Vortex zone. Nice move made to start. Shot on net, doesn't hit. Kept in over at top of the circle. Nobody on the other side for St. Denis to go and pick up that puck, and she's going to start kicking it out. Trying to get it cross ice for somebody, anybody. And Lesor's going to take that puck into the zone, losing it at first. Wilson able to get the puck out, but Lesor remains possession of it. Taking it up the wall, cross ice pass, and she'll be called for offside. It was a great play there. We'll get a whistle. Coming onto the ice, Nyhoff, Hunter, and Colnut. Hunter's going to get the bump up to center with Power and Verbajar up at the blue line. Faceoff was tied up and offside. Wow. You know what? Not a lot of referees make that call, so good on him. Faceoff's won by Lesor, given to Rochelo. Rochelo gets it back to her defenseman, and that gets it back up. That's Trong, I think. I'm gonna realize that now. That is Ellie Trong for Lesor. Back out in front for a shot. No one hits it. Nyhoff tried to get it back around the boards for anybody out in front. Dufour with a shot on net, and Walton's gonna jump on top of it to get a whistle. I didn't realize that Ellie Trong went to Lesor. I think, I probably knew that, but I guess not. Mom. She's not listening. Lesor wins the face-off. Shot right off the draw. Nowhere. Doesn't even hit the net. Ainsley with the puck down low, finds it. McKindo knocked it out of the air. Barone trying to clear it. Rochelo kept it into the blue line. Adams coming out with it now. She gets it to Rhodey. Rhodey coming into the zone by herself. Dufour coming up in close. And Rhodey's just going to wrap it on the boards. Get it over to Barone. Barone trying to get it back out in front for Adams. Adams has that puck now. Skating with it down low. Shot on net. Still there. St. Denis with a rip. Here she goes, and it's blocked. Good block there by Rochelo. Money takes that puck now. Gets it over to the left side for Gerard. Rhodey keeping with Gerard as she skates it around the boards. Gerard's going to look to take it up now, taking it to the left side. Coming off with St. Denis. Shot towards the net is tried to scoop it up, but a good save nonetheless. McKindo trying to get a stick on it. She does. Money loses it, but doesn't keep it in her hands. Rhodey tried to get a puck on or a stick on it. Rochelo lose it. Adams gets it out over to Barone. Barone trying to get it to Rhodey, but Rhodey goes off for a change. On comes Della Valle. And now Adams and Della Valle coming up with the puck. Adams going to dump it in and look for a change. Della Valle will come on with Wilson and Walton as soon as they can get the change going. Nice move made there by Lesor's defenseman as she takes it up the wall. That's another no, that wasn't. I don't know. Cutting it towards the middle, looking for a shot on that. They score. Lesor advances their lead by 2 on what looked to be a shot right in the glove, but just gets by Walton. And now they've got a bigger cushion to lay on. Mom, how does that go in?
Because she was too nonchalant about it.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. You heard it there, folks. Good solo effort by the defenseman taking it up the ice, but again, Walton, as my mom worded it, too nonchalant. Here goes Walton. She gets it up to Della Valle. Della Valle puts it towards the net, scooped up by Tao. Number 19 looked a little upset with Della Valle there. I don't know what it was, but she probably fell over and wanted to blame it on somebody. Della Valle taking the face-off now down in the LeSource zone. Won by Vortex. She's tripped up in the process, and that's picked up by Trong behind the goal line. Ooh, kept in by the stick of Wilson. But 19 for LeSource is going to pick it right back up and send it down the ice. Never mind, it's going to be tipped. I'm assuming went off the skate of Della Valle. Power gets it up the boards. Della Valle over towards Wilson. Wilson gets a piece of it, so no ice. Or I guess it will be icing. I mean, Wilson got a tip on it, but we'll head down the other way. 11:39 left to go in the third period. 2-0 is the new score for LeSource as they came down. A good solo effort by number 19, the captain, to bury the second goal. Not a great shot, but trickles its way by. It's kept in at the blue line by Ainsley. Ainsley with a shot, saved by Walton. Hunter on taking the face-off, left side of Walton's net. It's given over to McKindo. Trying to keep it in as Ainsley. Colnut almost gets a stick on it. Now McKindo has it. She gets it out of the zone. Ainsley's going to pick it up. Skating around with it. Gives it cross ice to Borelli. Borelli can't get it on her backhand. Verbijar starting the process of skating that puck in. She loses it, but it does get thrown into the LeSource zone. Hunter can't get a stick on it. It goes down the other way. And it will be called for icing. So it goes down back into LeSource zone. LeSource starting off the third period strong with a commanding 2-0 second goal. Like I said, that gives them a bigger cushion to lean on. And now all they got to focus on is making sure the Vortex don't score, and now the Vortex got to make sure they do score. They need 2 important goals in the next couple of minutes. Cleared out by Money. Money's coming down with a 2-on-1 against McKindo. Looking for a shot on net, pad save, and Walton gets on top of it. Good play by Money to get that puck out of the zone, but McKindo giving her good pressure, forcing her to shoot it right where she was, and that gives Walton a bigger chance to put the pad to the puck. Adams with the puck, wins it over, trying to get it to Rhodey. Shot on net by number 19, and that shot looked exactly the same as that last one, and thank God that one didn't go in. Puck's tied up in the corner. Money finds it at the blue line. Shot towards the net. Shot to Timbuktu. Back down in front. Tipped away by the stick of McKindo. McKindo up the boards for Barone. Adams finds it. Gets it over to Rhodey. Rhodey to Barone. Barone can't get her stick on the ice. McKindo tries to get it over towards Adams. Up the boards. That puck will come out. LeSource forced to clear. Taking it in now. 19 for LeSource. Looking for a shot on net. On the ground. Kicked away. Rochelo picking that puck up in the corner. Thrown around the boards to whoever 11 is. Shot towards the net. Off the stick of Adams and redirected to the corner. Verbijar ties that puck along the boards. Getting rid of it. Wilson now giving pressure along the blue line. Shot blocked by Wilson. Falls onto the ice. She does find it eventually, but LeSource coming out with it. Attempted pass over, saved by Walton. If that puck doesn't get caught up in her jersey, I think she's got a good breakaway because she's a fast skater. We'll have our face-off to the left side of Walton's net with that Della Valle, Wilson, and Walton line. I love how Wilson and Della Valle have been playing to start. One into the corner. St. Dennis is going to take it around back. Giving it along the boards, gets it over to Walton. Walton couldn't get her stick on it. St. Denis gets a piece of it, knocks it to the corner. Got a little bit of room. She's going to get it up the ice for Wilson. Wilson can't get her stick on it, but she does tip it into LeSour's zone to break it and slow it down a little bit, I guess. Wilson blew a tire. She's slow to get up. She's got to get up and get onside. And LeSour's getting it back into the Vortex zone. One nice move made on St. Denis, but thrown to the corner. Walton pressuring that forward. Walton's still trying to get it out of the zone. Power now starting to skate with it, and here comes Maddie Power. Coming down the ice with Wilson. Shot on net. Good block by LeSour's defenseman. Rocheleau gets that puck cross ice, trying to get it to whoever 15 is. Vortex forcing LeSour to have to clear. Cross ice to Rocheleau, but that was up in the air, and that'll go down for icing. 8:34 left to go in the third period. Hunter on to take the face-off. On with Nyhoff and Colnut. That face-off's won by LeSour. Given up to the blue line. McKindo puts a stop on that puck. Cuts it up, trying to get it towards Colnut. Strong finds that puck. Colnut trying to get it over to Nyhoff. Just loses it though. Out in front again for Colnut, and she loses the puck again. Off the stick of Nyhoff. And the LeSour Eagles get it out of their zone. Clearing that puck now. Cross ice pass to Borelli, and Hunter's going to find the loose puck and fire it right back into LeSour's zone. What do you mean? Puck sent down the other way into the Vortex zone. McKindo, the lone Vortex down in their zone to pick it up. Loses it in the process, finds it again. Looking to skate up with it. She gets it over to the other side for Nyhoff. Nyhoff keeps that puck in the zone. Hunter takes it out wide. Looking up for a move, loses it, and it's thrown down behind the net. Hunter put that puck to a stop right in the middle. But a good stick lift by LeSour keeps that puck in the zone. Brody got to find that loose puck. Loses it. Rocheleau over the shot up in the air. Finds it to herself. Rocheleau out in front. Trong had a shot, but it's stick lifted. McKindo tied up along the boards with Hunter. Up along the wall, Verbijar gets it towards Rhodey. Gerard with a good pinch along the wall, keeps that puck in. Thrown out to the middle. Dufour tripped up by the stick of Barone, and Barone's going to head to the box. That's nothing you can do about that. It's not even her fault. I mean, you step on the skate, you're going over. Or you step on the stick, sorry, you're going overboard. So that's not our fault. Barone heads to the box on a 2-minute tripping, which out of your control can't. I mean, if someone's going to step on your stick, so be it. And Adams will be down low to take the face-off. 6:38 left to go in 2. That's got to be spent killing off this penalty for Vortex. Strong with it at the blue line. Winds up for a shot. Blocker saved by Walton. High stick by Power. And that face-off will be put down low. See some frustration starting to settle in for the Vortex because, I mean, not a lot is going their way, but at least they're not as bad as the refs you see in actual girls hockey with, the OWHA. Those refs are bad. Face-off tied up, but it's given eventually to the LeSour. Cross-ice pass is stopped. Power looking for the loose puck. Shot towards the net. St. Denis finds it over towards Adams. Adams, cross-ice pass to Della Valle. Della Valle starting to skate up, but a good stick by 19 keeps it away. Della Valle continues to keep that puck in. Breaks loose. Finding that puck is number 9. Giving cross-ice back over. Looking cross-ice, trying to get it to Rocheleau, but it's thrown down the other way. On net on Walton. St. Denis with it now, up to Power. Puck comes out, but LeSour has it. Adams breaking free, has a shot opportunity, looking towards the net, saved by Tao. Good opportunity for Adams there on the penalty kill with a minute left to go in that penalty. That's stupid. That coach is talking in French. I couldn't imagine that. I don't want to communicate with my teammates in French. Face-off was tied up, but it's taken by Lesueur. Moving over to the other side of the wall. 9 starts to take it up. Hunter coming blazing back. Body goes down, nothing called. And Verbijar gets that puck out of the zone. Losing that puck to 19. Gives it over to Trong. Trong gets it up to Rocheleau. Rocheleau to the middle for, I don't know who that is, but shot from Money. Pad saved by Walton. Shot back out in front. Nice save by Walton. Excuse me. Whew. Hunter down to take the face-off with Wilson as her winger. 30 seconds left to go in that penalty against the Vortex with Berlin. Tied up along the boards with Hunter and McKindo. And Whistle's going to go. Face-off was won by Lesueur, kept in at the blue line. Rocheleau with it down low. Looking for some room to skate, trying to get it to the middle. It's broken up by Verbijar. Verbijar still with her stick on the ice, and she draws one. So Verbijar draws a penalty, and that'll give the Vortex a man advantage going with 5 seconds left to go in that Vortex penalty. So it'll be 4-on-4 for those 5 seconds and a minute 55 left with a man advantage, and the Vortex have to look to capitalize on it with 4:43 left to go. Della Valle on with Adams, and coming onto the ice, I'm assuming will be Barone, maybe Walton. I don't know who's up next to go out the door. Not surprising. Yeah, cheer on the team. Face-off's won, covered by Tao. Bryn's a certified cheerleader. Face-off is won by Lesueur, and ice down the other way. No icing, and Lesueur gets their first clear of their penalty that started about a second ago. St. Denis now with that puck, looking up, gives it over to Adams. Sticked away by Borelli. Borelli keeps that puck inside the Vortex zone. St. Denis gets it up to Della Valle. Della Valle finds that loose puck, taking it into the zone, gives it to Adams. Adams looking for a shot on net, gloved away by Tao, and she jumps on top of it. She didn't get a full grip on it. I don't know why that faceoff's outside of the zone. Probably because the shot came from there. But nonetheless, thrown into the zone by McKindo. Lesueur has it down below behind their net. Getting it up ice, trying to look for a clear. They will get it down the ice. McKindo going to throw it up top for Hunter. Hunter's going to look to start taking it up now. Gets it through one. Doesn't get it through the second. Adams gets it through one. Now she's getting it through two. Cutting it towards the middle. Shot towards the net. Saved by the pad of Tao. Oh my gosh. Two good opportunities so far for the Vortex with their man advantage. The one thing they're missing, though, putting it in the net. They need that spark to come back for them. Colna, McKindo, on net. Shot, rebound off the post. St. Denis had a rebound. She puts it off the post. McKindo with it now. McKindo cutting it to the middle. Shot on net. Shot on net, covered by Tao. Ooh. Someone went down in a heap. That was Della Valle. Walton's gonna... I can. If you go onto the stream, you can. I can't. If I had like a full dashboard in front of me that allowed me to do that, I could, but my dad won't invest in that for me. Did she get two-handed? Is that what it was?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Good pass.
Oh my God.
Cracked the net.
Yeah.
Anybody in the box there?
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. High school refs, not the greatest. So what were we hearing? Della Valle got two-handed and goes down pretty hard. The Vortex are going to pull their goaltender, so it'll be a 6-on-4 for about 40, 50 seconds. And the Vortex just have to focus on keeping that puck in Lesour's zone. And getting a puck in the back of the net. Are you going to go down there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'm trying to watch the replay from up here. The girls are watching it down there. I guess she got two-handed pretty bad. No call. Yeah, nobody will go to the box, so the Vortex are going to be stuck with that one-man advantage, but with their goalie pulled, it's going to be 2. 6-on-4. The Vortex have to take advantage of this. They need a goal now. Now or never. Here we go. Hunter takes that face off. It's tied up, given in the feet of Adams. Adams back up top for McKindo. McKindo tried to get it over to Hunter. Hunter tried to get it 3. Still loose, and it's thrown down the other way by Lesour. So the good thing about this is they can keep trying to throw it from their end, and they won't be called for icing as of now. 30 seconds left to go in that 2-man advantage. Trying to get it up. Stopped by the stick of Trong. Up into the air. And it's slowed down by the stick of McKindo. That was a good play. Keeps it away from the net. Breaking free is Hunter. Hunter's starting to skate it up now. She'll get it cross ice to Power. Power up along the wall. Thank you. That's going to be called. McKindo skating it into the Lesour zone. Shot on net over top. So Lesour's going to head back to the box, and I hope it's going to be 4. Maybe? I didn't see if he did 2 or 4. Did he do 2 or 4? Yeah, like, you can't just put a guy in a chokehold and call it a 2. So the Vortex will use their one and only timeout with 2:42 left to go, and they'll have another 6-on-4 advantage. They failed to find the back of the net on the first man advantage, but they're gifted another. And this time it's another 6-on-4 if the Vortex choose to keep that puck or that goalie out of their net. Della Valle seems to still be down on the Vortex side. I'm going to assume it's a head injury for Della Valle. No clue if it's a concussion of any sort, but back onto the ice they go. Della Valle has her jersey off, so she's most likely done for the game. That is a big loss for the Vortex, but they still have to capitalize on the opportunities they get here. Here we go. Hunter gets that face off, thrown down the other way. Is that going to go on net? It won't. It misses the net. McKindo beats it to the puck. Looking to skate it up herself. Here she goes, taking it up that wall. Up in, hooked by the Lesour player, and she's not going to get that either. McKindo was very much hooked. Power's going to look to start skating, and here comes Addie Power. Addie Power, the one who just drew that penalty over for the Vortex. Looking for the middle. Has Adams. Adams with a shot, saved by Tao. 2:01 left to go in the third period. Minute 20 left to go in that penalty against Lesour. Somebody's got to score. Face-off is won by Lesueur again. But it's stopped by the stick of Nyhoff. Nyhoff throws it down for Adams. Adams gets it poked away. St. Denis is going to find it. Back down for Hunter. Hunter brings it around the other side. Trong giving good pressure. Still with it is Hunter. Hunter looking towards the middle of the ice. Looking for a shot opportunity. Walks it in. Loses it. Giving it back down for Nyhoff. Out in front for St. Denis. Sticked away by Tao. Hunter up to Power. Power with a shot. Blocked. Rebounds there. And it just goes between the feet of St. Denis. Shot back out in front. Passed by St. Denis looking for a rebound opportunity. Gerard takes a hard stop behind her net. Kept in by the stick of Adams. Over to Power. Power back down low for Hunter. Hunter gets sticked away by Gerard. Gerard takes it behind her net. Throws it towards Trong. And Trong's going to send it down the length of the ice. Power finds it. She's got to get on her high horse. Getting it to the middle, trying to hit Hunter on the stick. No icing called. Adams in with Rocheleau. Thrown to the other side, stopped by the stick of Hunter. Hunter out in front for St. Denis, and it's covered by Tao. Puck is loose, but it is covered. 46 seconds left to go, 4 seconds left to go, and that penalty on Lesueur. Now or never, really, now or never for the Vortex. Piercy obviously upset about something. But Rhodey wins that face-off to Power. Power gives it over to McKindo. McKindo walking it in, shot on net, saved by Tao. Puck was loose! 37 seconds left to go. That penalty expires for Lesueur, and they'll have their extra man on the ice now. So 6 on 5. Ties up that face-off, and it's won by Lesueur. Back down low for Colnut. Colnut taking her time with it. Cutting it towards the middle, looking for a break. And Money's going to get that puck cleared down the length of the ice. They've got to get going now. Or icing, sorry. Yeah, I forgot about that. Icing existed. And I was pretty convinced they were going to miss that, but 20 seconds left to go. Okay. Rhodey taking the face off, wins it over towards Wilson. Wilson putting it towards the net. Tempted tip by Barone, doesn't go. Tarong's going to pin it up along the wall, and it's stopped. "12 seconds left to go. And at this point, I think the Vortex need to hope for a miracle. Thrown into the corner. Strong's going to tie it up along the boards. Still, puck is loose. 6 seconds left to go in the period. And that'll do it. Well, I mean, not a lot of words for that. The Vortex left all they could out there, and unfortunately, that brings them to the end of their season. So we'll have a little bit of an appreciation moment here for our graduating players, Nyhoff and Hunter, as I can see Walton and McKindo coming down with flowers. Which is a very sweet gesture for these two. And what an impact both players made this year. Nyhoff leading the team in goals with, I think it was 7, and Hunter coming in, being the newest addition for the Vortex from Southwest, and making a big impact almost every game, has a good chunk of points, and I think she's up there with the lead in points. Second in goals as well, with right there neck and neck with Hunter, or with Nyhoff, sorry. But that'll do it. What a great season for the Vortex. I mean, as I was talking about in intermission, these girls had a bunch of new additions given to them. 2 transfers from St. Anne's, a new player from Southwest, and 2 great AA players coming up into the U18 level next year. And only losing, 2 graduate players last year, or 3, sorry. They come in this year and, man, what a difference they make, and what a season they played. Nyhoff filled with tears down there, and man, she should be proud of herself with the season she put up. Same with Hunter. Only 1 year of experience at with the Vortex, but again, both seniors, one hell of a season, and they will definitely be missed next year. But back to how this team played just as a whole. Started the season off 5-0, didn't let a goal in until about that 6th game. And wow. I mean, that's about all I've got for this team. This team put everything they had on the ice every single game. And I think next year they're going to come back stronger and better, and they're going to keep doing that. This girls program has such a bright future ahead of them in the next year, and then the year after that, and the year after that, and as they go on. They're putting themselves on the spotlight. They're putting themselves on the map. And teams are starting to recognize that the Vortex are a problem. But that'll be the end of the Vortex girls season, and that will be the end of this broadcast. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in from home. Thank you for your nonstop support for the girls all year. Unfortunate end, not what we wanted, but nonetheless, a great game. So thank you, everybody. And we'll see you guys next year.